All right, so I know it's a bit blurry, but right here it says flex in and it says low error. That's not what we wanted to say, not at all. Alright, so you probably did, what I did was wire this is the flex fuel, this is the flex fuel sensor, and if you look at it, you got the Continental like most of us will have. It'll be the signal out at the top, the ground, it'll say ground, it'll say 12 volt. So you probably wired that to a switch 12 volt, grounded it, and then sent that into your ECU, and on one of your one of the J plugs, the probably A13, A11, one of these guys as your input. One of the white and striped wires of the 4 inputs that you got, and that's not how you wire this up at all. This is how you have to wire this guy in. So what we got here is a Holley ECU. It's directly plugged in to the battery, and then you have your in going to your Holley off your flex fuel sensor. The ground needs to go to the ECU sensor ground. So this is right here, the ECU sensor ground. And you'll see that in the harness as a black and white. It's black with a white stripe. And then you need a 5 volt. So this is just your harness coming from your ECU to your engine. So you have to have a 5 volt signal with a 10K resistor right here, and just tap that into that wire that you already ran. So if you have this guy grounded to chassis, I had that and I got a horrible signal, so it was just constantly kind of flickering, running all over the place. So I'd say definitely go right to the sensor, because as soon as I did that, it cleared that up like 99%. So now I have a little flicker every once in a while, which is annoying, but it's much better than what it was when this was just chassis grounded. This is switched 12 volts, so just had that switched, but the sensor output on these guys, where it says VCC on the sensor, needs to have that 5 volt tapped into it somewhere along the line. And that, again, one of those 4 white inputs for the Holley. And then once you do, you'll just set it up like, all the videos that said to set it up. You can just go over to Matt's deal on the Sloppy Wiki, and I think he actually has a file that just says flex fuel. So you can download that and then pull that over. But the setup's not the problem. You probably got it already set up because you knew that was going to be an issue, but you might have not known about this resistor or the 5 volts that need to come in. I think on other systems I've just directly wired it, but I could be mistaken. It's been a while. So let me take you over real quick to the harness, and I'll just show you the wires just to make it easier, so you'll be like, oh yeah, sensuous. I got a Holley harness just kind of sitting out here, and on this side are the J plugs, and here is the main loom. Oops, here's the main loom of the harness. Here's your power tap. The easiest way would be so this is black, all black is your ground, and then you have black with a white stripe, the kind I like to wear when I rock the mic. Those guys is your sensor, so that's what you want to ground to on your power tap. And then the orange is 5 volt on this harness, and green is usually 12 volt on this harness. So hopefully you probably already got your hot and it's fine as long as it's switched, but be sure to have your ground go to your ECU ground and get that 5 volt. So again, anywhere in this harness you'll see it if you've already ran it. Just like I'll show you what I did. I just tapped right into the harness. Here was the orange wire. It doesn't really matter. Just check it, make sure it's 5 volts indeed, and as long as you got 5 volts coming out, you can just tap off of that and put your resistor in line. And then you'll see like black and white wires like right down there. Those are your ECU grounds. They all come to a single lug right there. But yeah, those guys right there you can tap in for your ECU ground if you don't want to use the power tap for some reason. That's how that goes, and wired in the car. Yeah, so I just have one of those orange wires in here. Yeah, here I tapped in to a 5 volt. We got a 10K resistor right here, and then just tap that into our signal wire, the blues, which is the blue right here coming out the top. Our sensor, somewhere back here I tied into the harness for the ECU ground, and then just your switch 12 volt, which I already had switched and checked, and I knew my wiring was right, but I didn't bother to read the directions. So if you got that error message and you're wondering what's going on and you haven't done the resistor and that blah 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 blah, then there it is. We throw those resistors of 10K resistors, so you can buy like a bag of 100 and it's not expensive. And that's what I did, but so to get rid of them, I'm throwing them in. So when you buy the Flex pen kit for the sensor, we throw in the 10K resistor as well over on the website. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys out. All the guys that reached out to me when I posted up, hey, what's going on? Big thanks, appreciate you guys, and hopefully this helps more people.